Hello, my name is Philip Cami, Chief Transportation Official, and today I'm here in the virtual El Palo Alto room with Elliot Wong from AECOM to introduce you to our virtual town hall on the Connecting Palo Alto Grade Separation Project. In the time of COVID-19, this virtual town hall provides us with an opportunity for members of the public to review the alternatives that have been developed as a part of the process for the decision-making that ultimately the City Council will be undertaking. The timing for the City Council to deliberate on preferred alternatives is currently scheduled for this fall or winter. The goal of this town hall is to engage and provide information on each of the crossings and alternatives being considered. The town hall includes several opportunities to provide feedback, and we're hoping to hear how you feel about the different alternatives as you learn about each one of them. This virtual town hall is scheduled to be up between August 19th and September 7th. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Elliot Wong, who's going to show you how to control the virtual town hall.
Hi everyone. So the virtual town hall can be accessed on any of the common browsers, Google Chrome being the preferred browser that we would use. Also, if you're on your mobile device, we would recommend you to rotate the device to a landscape orientation. This is so that our materials scale better on your screen. To control and to look around the room, simply left click and drag. This will allow you to view the room in a 360-degree. And then also for you to select the material, simply hover your mouse or your finger over a element. A short description should pop up, and a single left click will allow you to access that material. To go back, simply click on the cross or anywhere along the shaded area to bring you back into the room.
Elliot, can you show us where all of the different materials live?
Sure. So what we want to focus on is the front and also to the right-hand side of the room. Directly in front of you is the projector screen with all the animations that we've put together. And then also on the tabletop, what you see is the city limits. On it, there's two buttons, the Churchill Avenue and also Meadow and Charleston Road grade separation. At the end of the table is 4 document sets from the evaluation matrix, noise report, traffic study, and also the general Connecting Palo Alto fact sheet. Slightly to the right of that, on 4 easels, is the project information, such as the Caltrain notices, the project history, the project funding resources, as well as alternatives that is no longer considered. To access these, left click, and it should pop up as an album that you can scroll across with these blue arrows. Left click on them to bring you to the next document, or you can navigate around with the 4 buttons. Again, to exit back into the main room, click on the cross, and it should take you to the room. To zoom in and out, if you're using a mouse, simply scroll your mouse wheel forwards and backwards. If you're on a touch screen or a touch device, 2 fingers on the screen, push in to zoom, drag out to zoom out.
Thanks, Elliot. Can you show us how we would look at, say, the Churchill alternatives?
Sure. To do so, pan across to the Churchill Avenue button, click on it, and a alternative selection screen should pop up. Phil, which one should we be looking at?
Let's look at the Churchill underpass.
Okay, hover your mouse over the button, single left click, and a separate overlay would appear on your screen. Let's take a look at the screen first. Zooming in, we've got the planning section on the left-hand side. This is the materials that we prepare typically for the exhibits on the easels in a typical community meeting. And then on the right, there is the animation, the fact sheet, as well as the rendering. For the animation, left click, and the video should pop up. The video controls are on the bottom of this window. Click play, and the video should play. The animation this time would have narrations as well as the background music.
This video shows a potential.
We'll leave that for you to view later in your own time. For the fact sheets, left click, and a separate tab should pop up with all the informational fact sheets that we've been preparing throughout the project. To go back to the room, let's click on the previous tab. Let's have a look at the model in front of you. So this model is developed with the engineering layouts that we've been doing for each alternative. We've also placed 360-degree camera angles for us to have a better and more detailed view. Let's take a look at one of these. To navigate around the screen, very similarly to how you would with the room, single left click and drag, and you can have a look at the entire alternative at your own leisure. To exit out of this, click on the right-hand side, the blue cross. It'll take you back to the main screen. To take you back to the alternative screen, click on this blinking button to the center of your screen in between the heads-up display as well as the model.
So when you finish reviewing an alternative, and if you're ready to provide feedback on that alternative, we have this short feedback form that will come up. And on each one of them, at the top of them, the first question is which alternative you've just been reviewing. And if you'll select, for instance, this one, we were just looking at the Churchill Underpass. So you'd select the Churchill Underpass. And then it's just a short 3-question feedback opportunity where you can tell us how you feel about this different alternative. If you've already reviewed this alternative and provided feedback, you can just mark on the blue X there, which will take you out. Or if you aren't ready to or don't want to provide feedback, you can also do the same.
Right, and then to access the Meadow Charleston alternatives, scan across to the Meadow Charleston button, click on it, and all the alternative would pop up for you to investigate and to play around with.
Elliot, can you show us where we'd find something like the Hexagon traffic report?
Right, so as previously mentioned, all the reports as well as the general project information is located at the end of the table. For the traffic report, hover your mouse over this yellow document, single left click, and a new tab should pop up. Like with any browser-based PDFs, you can access the entire document with a scroll bar to the right. You can zoom in and zoom out of the documents with these simple buttons. You can save and download it onto your computer, as well as print this out. To access back into the room, simple left click onto the previous tab. We've also provided additional information for the project, and this can be accessed within the menu bar here on the bottom. For example, to have a look at the Connecting Palo Alto website, simple left click, and the website should pop up as a window for you to scroll through and to access all the previous information that has been provided.
So when you finish, we've got this town hall feedback and comments, and this will take you to a 6 or 7 question feedback tool. I think some of the questions are optional, but this is an opportunity for you to provide feedback on the virtual town hall, on the information that you've received, and to ask questions, general questions that you might have, and to let us know what neighborhood you live in. To let us know where we're getting different feedback from. So we would really appreciate if you could help to fill this out after you're through perusing this virtual town hall. And with that, if you could take us over to the far left of the room, you can see some of our Q&A sessions. There's going to be links over here on the left. It will take you to our dates for our Q&A sessions, which we have 2 of scheduled currently. One is going to be the Churchill Avenue grade separation alternative on Thursday, August 27th at 4:00 p.m. And this will be an opportunity for us to answer the collected questions that we've heard from the feedback forms. And at 4:00 p.m. on Thursday, August 27th, we'll discuss Churchill. That will be live at that time, but will continue to be accessible afterwards. And then on Thursday, September 3rd at 4:00 p.m., we'll be doing Meadow and Charleston grade separation alternatives. And with that, we look forward to receiving your feedback and sharing the progress that's occurred through this process. Please feel free to visit our virtual town hall through September 7th, and please tell your friends and neighbors. Thank you.